ఫర్ ప్యాసేజ్ ఆఫ్ ఉమెన్ రిజర్వేషన్ బిల్ 2023 కార్యక్రమానికి మీ అందరికీ కూడా సాదర స్వాగతం తెలియజేస్తూ ఉన్నాం. రాష్ట్ర జనయిత్రి, రాజ్ భవన్ అధినేత్రి, సమాజ సేవాధరిత్రి డాక్టర్ తమిళిసై సౌందర్యరాజన్ గారు వేదిక మీదకి విచ్చేస్తూ ఉన్నారు. వారికి ఆదరణీయ సాదరణీయ సవినయ స్వాగతం తెలియజేస్తూ ఉన్నాం. ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో పాలు పంచుకోవాల్సిందిగా శాలిని మిశ్రా ఐఏఎస్ గారిని వేదిక మీదకి ఆహ్వానిస్తూ ఉన్నాం. అరుణ బహుగుణ గారిని ఐపీఎస్ గారిని వేదిక మీదకి సాదరంగా స్వాగతిస్తున్నాం. జేఎన్టీయూ వైస్ ఛాన్సలర్ కవితా దర్యాని గారిని వేదిక మీదకి ఆహ్వానిస్తున్నాం. ఫార్మర్ డిప్యూటీ డైరెక్టర్ జనరల్ శైలజా సుమన్ గారిని వేదిక మీదకి స్వాగతిస్తున్నాం. సిఐఐ వనిత గారిని వేదిక మీదకి ఆహ్వానిస్తున్నాం. సరోజా బజాజ్ మహిళా దక్ష సమితి వారిని వేదిక మీదకి స్వాగతిస్తున్నాం. వనిత గారు తొందరగా రండి. ధన్యవాదాలు. ముందుగా జాతీయ గీతాలాపన.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा, तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तव जय गाथा, जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
రాజ్ భవన్ పురస్కారాన్ని ఆహ్వానాన్ని అందుకొని మీరు కార్యక్రమానికి వచ్చేసినందుకు ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియజేసుకుంటూ, ఈ కార్యక్రమంలో ముందుగా ముఖాముఖి ఉంటుంది, తర్వాత మేడం గారి సందేశం ఉంటుంది, మిల్లెట్స్తో భోజనం ఉంటుంది, తర్వాత ఫోటో సెషన్ ఉందండి. అందరూ కూడా మనం మేడం గారితో ఫోటో తీసుకునే అవకాశం ఉంది. నేషనల్ ఫ్యామిలీ హెల్త్ సర్వే ప్రకారంగా ఆడ మగ నిష్పత్తి 985:1000గా ఉంది. ఆ నిష్పత్తిని సమం చేస్తూ మహిళలకి 33% రిజర్వేషన్ కల్పిస్తూ మనకి సెప్టెంబర్ 19వ తేదీన ప్రధానమంత్రి గారు లోక్సభలో మొట్టమొదటిసారిగా బిల్లు ప్రవేశపెట్టారు. అది మీ అందరికీ తెలుసు. రేపు చట్టసభల్లో ఎలా ఉంటుందో ఈరోజు మీ మహిళా లోకాన్ని చూస్తే నాకు అర్థమవుతుంది. ఇంతమంది మహిళలు చట్టసభల్లోకి రేపు రానున్నారేమో అనిపిస్తూ ఉంది. అలాగే అదే నిబద్ధతతో 20వ తారీఖు నాడు మనకి తెలిసినట్టుగానే లోక్సభలోను 21వ తారీఖు రాజ్యసభలో కూడా ప్రవేశపెట్టడం జరిగింది. 454 మందిలో 452 మంది లోక్సభలోను, 214 మంది రాజ్యసభలోని ఆమోద ముద్ర వేశారు. నిన్న రాష్ట్రపతి గారు కూడా దాన్ని గెజెట్గా తీసుకురావడం జరిగింది. ఆ పురస్కారాన్ని, ఆ సందర్భాన్ని పురస్కరించుకొని గవర్నర్ గారు, దేశానికి తొలి పౌరురాలు రాష్ట్రపతి గారు, మన రాష్ట్రానికి తొలి పౌరురాలు గవర్నర్ గారు. అందుకనే మీకు ఈరోజు థ్యాంక్స్ గివింగ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఫర్ ప్యాసేజ్ ఆఫ్ ఉమెన్ రిజర్వేషన్ బిల్ ఈ సందర్భంగా మనమందరం ఇక్కడ సమావేశమయ్యాము. సమాజంలో సమానత్వ సాధన, మహిళలకి పాలనలో భాగస్వామ్యం, పాలించి పెంచగలిగిన జాతి పరిపాలనలో ముందుకు రావాలన్నది ఈ బిల్లు యొక్క ముఖ్యమైన ఉద్దేశం. దాన్ని మనం సాధికారికంగా తీసుకురావడానికి ఇలాంటివి చాలా చాలా అవసరం అంటూ మనందరినీ ఇక్కడ సమావేశపరిచారు రాజ్ భవన్ స్టాఫ్. ముందుగా ముఖాముఖి కార్యక్రమాన్ని ప్రారంభించుకుందాం. మనందరికీ తెలుసు బాలలత గారు మన ముందు కూర్చొని ఉన్నారు. ఒక ఐఏఎస్ ఫ్యాక్టరీ బాలలత గారు, వారిని మాట్లాడాల్సిందిగా కోరుతూ ఉన్నానమ్మా. దయచేసి ఒక మైక్ ఇవ్వాల్సిందిగా కోరుతూ ఉన్నాను. బాలలత గారు.
Good morning, Madam Governor. Ma'am, whenever I come to Raj Bhavan, I take a lot of inspiration from you. You are my source of inspiration in Telangana. And we are not asking for benefits. In fact, India got tryst with destiny. Indian women got in September 2023. It's a moment where women got freedom. It is not women are beneficiaries now, women development and women empowerment are secondary now. Women-led empowerment, women-led development. That is the first slogan, and India is going to be led by women. And our first citizen of India, Draupadi Murmu garu, yesterday have given consent to the bill, and we are very happy for that. And women are not mere beneficiaries now, and women are going to lead the benefits for the country, and this is a proud moment for the country, and the historic day for the Indian women as a whole. The 66 crores of women are celebrating today, and you know, ma'am, this is unanimously, almost entire Lok Sabha and Raj Sabha accept it's a tremendous success for women. From last 76 years, there are many debates that can women reservation bill pass in the patriarchal mindset, but today we have seen when women come to power, they are going to show the difference, and by 2047, our Modi ji's dream, India as superpower is going to be led by women, and next 25 years we are going to see the tremendous change in India, and India is going to become a top power by 2047 with the women-led development. Thank you, ma'am.
Dr. Jahida, Guinness Book of World Record Assistant Professor.
Respected government and other dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. Ma'am, feeling thankfulness and not expressing it, like wrapping a gift and not present it. సో ఇది ఎంత మంచి చారిత్రాత్మకమైన డెసిషన్ అని అంటే, ఎందుకు అంటే ఇక్కడ మీరు అంటే ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ నేను మీకు థ్యాంక్స్ చెప్తున్నాను, ఎందుకంటే ఇంతమంది అందరినీ కూర్చోబెట్టి ఇక్కడ మీరు ఫస్ట్ ఒక మోతీ ఒక దారంలాగా ఆ మోతీస్ అన్నిటిని ఒక దగ్గర కలిపారు. ఫస్ట్ దానికి నేను మీకు థ్యాంక్స్ చెప్తున్నాను మ్యామ్. ఇంకొకటి ఇది చారిత్రాత్మక నిర్ణయం అని ఎందుకు అంటున్నానంటే, ఇన్ని సంవత్సరాల నుంచి కూడా ఎదురు చూస్తూ వచ్చింది. ఈరోజు మేడం ఆల్రెడీ బాలలత మ్యామ్ చెప్పారు దాని గురించి. ఈరోజు మనం ఆ కళని సాధించుకున్నామన్న ఉద్దేశంతో, కాకపోతే మనము ఇక్కడ మెయిన్గా అది వచ్చింది కానీ దాన్ని ఎలా సెలబ్రేట్ చేసుకోవాలి అనేదే ఇక్కడ మెయిన్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ మ్యామ్. అందుకే లెటర్స్ ఈ ఎంపవర్ ఈచ్ అదర్ ఫస్ట్, ఎందుకంటే ఆల్రెడీ 73, 74 అమెండ్మెంట్స్ ద్వారా 50% అనేది ఏదైతే వచ్చిందో, కాకపోతే అది ఏమవుతుంది అని అంటే సర్పంచెస్ ఉమెన్ని వైఫ్స్ని కూర్చోబెట్టి అంటే రిజర్వేషన్ వాళ్ళకు వస్తుంది, ప్లేస్లో వాళ్ళ హస్బెండ్స్ కూర్చుంటున్నారు. సో ఇప్పటి నుంచి ఇది తీసుకొచ్చి ఇంత కష్టపడి తీసుకొచ్చిన దీన్ని ఈ ఎంపవర్ ఈచ్ అదర్ పేరుతో కంపల్సరీగా మనం మోటివేట్ చేస్తూ మహిళా లోకానికి ఇది ఎంతో ఈ వచ్చిన ఫ్రీడమ్ని మనం ఎంతో గొప్పగా ఉపయోగించుకోవాలని చెప్పి నేను కోరుకుంటున్నాను మ్యామ్. థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్.
థ్యాంక్ యూ అమ్మ. డాక్టర్ సుదక్షిణ గారు, హిస్టరీ లెక్చరర్. దయచేసి ఒకసారి మీడియాకు కూడా టర్న్ చేసుకొని మిడిల్లో మాట్లాడండి అమ్మా. అమ్మ త్వరగా.
నమస్తే మేడం. ఇక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి అందరి డెలిగేట్స్కి అందరికీ కూడా నమస్కారాలు. అండ్ దిస్ ఈజ్ వీఆర్ సెలబ్రేటింగ్ ద సెరిమనీ. This is the victory of women in India. After a long time, we are in a mode to get such a good thing that the women empowerment and the women activities and the women thinking power is taken into consideration by the legislature and our PM Modi. And the history of this bill was taken a long back. It has the history. In colonial India, there is a demand for the women reservation in 1835 Act. And after that, after passing the hurdles in 1996, and it was implemented, it was tabled in the legislature. And after that, the 3 times in 1999 and 2002 and 2003 it was came into the legislature, but somehow it was not possible because of the consent of the MPs and the public. But in coming to in 73 and 74 amendment acts, there was an act implemented by the government which has given opportunity to the ladies to participate in the local and Panchayat Raj elections for 33% of quota. And we are fortunate that the BJP government, which has declared in her manifesto in 2014 and as well as in 2019, to giving a shape to the women bill, which has come true this day. and we are happy, very happy. But is it possible to for every woman in India, everywhere, every corner of India, is it possible to participate, to take part in this great ceremony? Whether we do not know, as our colleague said. Most of the times, the women, the husbands, are the family heads. They are taking initiation. They are taking the active part instead of women. Even they are the sarpanch. The sarpanch husband, she's become a rubber stamp, and all over the actions were taken by her husband only. So if it happens further, there is no use for this bill. So, madam, we have to take the actions. This is the achievement of women, and which was enjoyed by the women forever. Thank you.
థ్యాంక్ యూ. ప్రొఫెసర్ ఎం సులోచని గారు, చైర్పర్సన్, ఆంధ్ర మహిళా సభ.
Good morning to all of you. The First Lady of the State of Telangana, Dr. Tamilisai Soundarajan Garu, and other dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. It's really a great pleasure, and Madam has thought of such a good celebration. And otherwise, you see, we were ringing up to each other and then just telling congratulations and all that. But Madam has provided a fantastic facility where all of us can sit here and then know each other's strengths. Women are like, Lord Hanuma, who doesn't know his greatness, his powers. So women also should be told, look, you are very great. Then you see they can rise to any extent. And this 33% was thought of long back, but it was not implemented, as other speakers told. But this is a first step in, achieving our, empowerment. But we should fight for 50%, madam. And it is not 33%, we should never be happy with 33%, because as she said, the census, we are more or less equal to men. So why be satisfied with 33%? So madam can do it, and she can fight for it, and she will get it. And another thing, as the previous speakers told, there were some corporator seats that were reserved for women in some constituencies. Even in our constituency, there is a lady. And she never, sits in her seat. She never answers the phone, because I wanted to honor her, because she is the first lady, corporator in our constituency, and her husband comes. He answers. He even goes to the extent of signing the documents. And when we, invite her, it is, he who will answer, and, he who will talk, and this is not. So even if the chances are given, if we are not rising, then you see it's really difficult. So I find my own experience, because I retired as Dean, Faculty of Commerce from Osmania University. I used to go for, inspections to many colleges, where, I find the colleges that are headed by the ladies are fantastic. They are doing so well. No scams and no money laundering, no misappropriation of funds, nothing. So we used to have a very easy, cakewalk. Whenever we go to a college where, you see, it is a lady is a principal, it used to be very, very nice. So friends, let us not only celebrate this and then, forget about it. We should also see that, enforcement is very important, because, as somebody said, the enforcement committee should be there. And then whether, in fact, sometime back there was a rule that in rule or guideline, or I don't know, in any organization, any committee should have 1/3 members as ladies. Are we having that? There are many ladies here who are working and, who have worked. So did you find this kind of a 1/3 membership as ladies? No. In fact, that 1/3 is also not enough. We should have 50%. So I request you, madam, please see that it is enforced. It is made mandatory. And also let us pass a resolution that, we will fight for 50% or even 51% of the reservations when, Modi ji is there, and when Madam Tamilisai Soundarajan Garu are there. Thank you very much.
ఆడవాళ్ళు మగవాళ్ళ కంటే కాస్త ఎక్కువ అన్నట్టుగా మరి ఒక సినిమాలో డైలాగ్ ఉంది. అలాగే రబ్బర్ స్టాంప్ కాకూడదు అన్నారు. ఉమా సుధీర్ గారు, ఎన్డీటీవీ.
Okay, very good morning to all of you. Half the sky, certainly we will claim at some point or the other. Ante, with this, madam is herself, I mean, she's a icon of someone who has risen, become a state BJP chief, which is not possible in any Indian state for that matter, and then becoming governor. And she has spoken about her being a woman, being a reason for her word not being taken seriously. She has been talking about that as well. So women who are asserting that leadership also sometimes do not get it. But I must share 2-3 things with you, that for the first time in 2022 is when across the world, for the first time in all democratic countries across the world, you had at least one woman MP. And if we had gone at the rate at which we are going in terms of parity, 0.4%, we would take another 80 years to attain parity in parliaments across the world. And that is why I think reservation is important. And you know, there are only 6 countries in the world that actually have parity of women. And among them, one of the interesting countries is UAE, which had 2006 no women in parliament. Now they have gender parity because of a presidential decree that came in, and because of which they have 50% women in the parliament. And therefore, I think there is research to show across the world that sometimes people say, isn't opportunity better? Why should we ask for quotas, in fact? And there is research now to say that in countries that are getting up to 40% women in their parliament, they have actually 2/3 of those countries have gone in for quota system, and therefore it is very important that we do go for quota system. Before you nod your head, I must say 2 other things, that, you know, whether it's any sector, except maybe medical or something like that, even in media, we have hardly 15% women leadership, and in TV it's only 5% that's leadership. So while we are asking for opportunities there, so that we can get to the places where we do without, they may give us 33%, I'm sure we'll come to that 51% as well on the strength of the power that we have in terms of other opportunities that are being provided as well, I think, in terms of whether it is education or in terms of the safety of our cities and those kind of issues which will make women come out more and to be able to speak out. I heard a lawyer just now telling us that she was having centers for women who are, to empower them to be able to use their own voices, and therefore, towards such a world, we will all hope to move. Rwanda is the only country which has 60% reservation in women. Imagine such a small country. And therefore, I think India is very set to get there. And leadership certainly helps. And therefore, I think with leadership from all the different sectors that Madam has given us a platform to speak about, we hope to achieve those skies, even if it takes some time now, but we are there. Thank you.
థ్యాంక్ యూ మేడం. రాజ్ భవన్లో కూడా ప్రొఫెసర్స్, లాయర్స్, అడ్వకేట్స్, తర్వాత అన్ని వర్గాల నుంచి ఇప్పుడు మీరందరూ కూడా మేధావంతులుగా మనకి ఇక్కడ సభలో ఉన్నాము. మరి ఇప్పుడు డాక్టర్స్ నుంచి డాక్టర్ నీనా దేశాయ్ గారు మాట్లాడుతున్నారు.
Thank you, Madam Governor, and the Raj Bhavan staff for welcoming us and giving this opportunity. The 33% seats in Legislative Assembly and Lok Sabha, what we are getting now is a big, big up for us. Let us do it well. For this, the health of a woman is very, very essential. Education is a must. If we don't have these 2 things, it's going to be very difficult. And it's the mother who has to teach her child, her girl child, that she has to fight for it. When I was studying, at 17 years, I was forced marriage. I fought for it. Then did my medical. I fought after that, postgraduate, PhD also, and brought medicine technology to India. The latest technology, what we brought is better now. They're from any foreign countries, and people come down to us now for treatment also. This way, we can fight also for more seats, as the previous speaker said, but we must work for it. Speaking is easy. If we do not work in all our sectors of all these educated women are there, fighters are there, from every caste, creed and all, there should not be any caste system here. First of all, that at home we should practice it. If we can practice it, we will succeed very well. Fighting with the men, we need not do. because our estrogen is much stronger than the testosterone. If we really work, we will always achieve it. That's all. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak.
థ్యాంక్ యూ అమ్మా.
Yeah.
ఆకాశంలో సగం అవనిలో సగమైన మహిళలకి 50% రిజర్వేషన్ కావాలని సభికులు ఆకాంక్షించడం జరిగింది. మేడం గారు ఫస్ట్ నుంచే అంటారు, రబ్బర్ స్టాంప్ కాకూడదు ఏ పాలనైనా కూడా, మన సాధికారత మనం నిరూపించుకోవాలి అంటారు. నిజంగా 545 మంది ఉన్న లోకసభలో 78 మంది ఉన్నారు మహిళలు, 224 మంది ఉన్న రాజ్యసభలో 24 మంది ఉన్నారు. అంటే ఫస్ట్ లోక్సభలో మనకి 5% ఉన్నారు, 17th లోక్సభలో 14.39 మాత్రమే ఉన్నారు. మీరన్నట్టుగా మనం అందరం లోక్సభ రాజ్యసభలకు వెళ్ళిపోతే 50% ఎందుకు మేడం అన్నట్టుగా 70%కి వెళ్ళిపోతాము. ఆ రోజు రావాలని కాంక్షిస్తూ అధికార యంత్రాంగానికి స్ఫూర్తి, రాష్ట్ర వైభవ ప్రాభవాల దీప్తి డాక్టర్ తమిళిసై సౌందరరాజన్ గారు, వారిని మాట్లాడాల్సిందిగా కోరుతున్నాను.
Andariki namaskaram. A special good morning to each and every, good afternoon to each and everyone here. First of all, I am very happy that we have got the 33% reservation, and we thank our Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji for giving us this 33% reservation, as well as all the other leaders who took forward it till the final decision. Before it was in mere words, but now it has been made as a bill, and yesterday Honorable President has assented the bill. So it is a great opportunity, even though 27 years it was, the whole country was talking about it. Particularly, it's a fate that a women president should assent the women bill. So that is the greatness of this country. I always feel whatever to happen, it will happen at the correct time. And another thing also, the colonial residual things and all went away, and we entered the new parliament, and the first bill passed about the women. That is also a women empowerment. That's the power of the women. And only women who are in politics and women who are in social life only will know the strength of the reservation. As Uma was telling, everyone will enter politics and everyone will walk with a dream. But when opportunities are offered, I always say, as a women, we have to work hard more than 10 to 20 times than a man, at least to be considered for the post, not appointment. Whether to be considered or 10 to 20 times, even I can say 50 times we have to work, so that for that post she can be considered. It's fact. And why I thank our Honorable Prime Minister, and you all know my background. I was a politician. I don't hide it, as if some of the people in Telangana are telling you were a BJP leader, so you are a politician. No, that was my history. So now I have been transformed into an administrative post. So I don't hide it, I don't shy away, and it is fact. So why why I could get that post? Because when this was initiated, the 33% was initiated, it was not only certain parties, particularly the party which I belonged, I was. All the other factors also jumped in, and lot of things were blocking it. So what BJP decided at that time, it was under the leadership of Honorable now Raksha Mandri, our Rajnath Singh ji. So they decided to provide 33% reservation for women in the party. Party constitution passed it, and even under my leadership, if I want to appoint 10 persons, 10 office bearers, 3 were women. Even now they follow it. So before 15 years itself, they brought that amendment in the party constitution, So because of that, large number of women came forward to join the party. I joined before that. Because of that, I did not join, but we were motivated by that. So only we could attain some position, because when general secretaries were appointed, 1 woman should be there among 4. And then vice presidents were appointed, 3 should be women. And when 10 secretaries were appointed, 3 should be women. So it really made us to occupy the positions, so that that reservation really supported us. It's not as it is said by somebody. It is not that reservation is helping us, but it motivates us to take the field, and it motivates us to do more work. And most of the time I have watched, women will march forward much faster. But if they face any hurdle, if they face any problem, immediately they turn back. The destination would have been very nearer, but they won't tolerate. If you have to tell me, because I was a very successful doctor, and my passion was politics. I was attending more than almost 10 hospitals as a special consultant, and I am fetal therapist. So I was the second fetal therapist who got qualified from Tamil Nadu. So you imagine reference, and almost I was very busy. I always narrate one in a lighter sense. One person came and asked a politician, "Sir, find me a job." That politician told, "Because I didn't find a job, I joined politics." Like that he told. I was not like such a politician. Till 2 a.m. I was practicing, and I was an assistant professor. I was consulted in 10 hospitals, and I was a super specialist in fetal therapy. But in spite of that, my passion was politics, and then I wanted to enter politics. So somehow I can back the women. So when we entered, it was really, even now I am telling, politics is men's field only. So when opportunities are given, when reservations are given, it motivates more women to enter not only politics, into the social life. So when Bharatiya Janata Party gave reservation for women, so women were confident enough to join the party, so that they could get some position. So really competent and really talented women got the position. As madam told, it should not be a Binami reservation. So I read in one of the paper, one leader, I don't want to mention the party, some local leader, told immediately, if this constituency is reserved, then definitely I will prepare my wife for this constituency. Though they are preparing, so it's not like that. And 15 lakh panchayat presidents are women in our country. So initially we also had some, as it is said, madam told from Andhra Mahila Sabha, she told him, I wanted to see him, but only his husband is managed. But initially it was. But now I see women empowered, and they fight. And as it is said, estrogen has more power. So when opportunities are given, I always, in a lighter sense, women are good administrators, because they can manage both men and women, but man cannot manage women. So women can be good administrators, one of my personal experience. So why I am telling, really, it really for people who are toiling. So such a reservation, when it is, as our Honorable Prime Minister said, it's because of the strong leadership, women became stronger. So it needs a strong leadership. So immediately it should be. So immediately it was passed in the Lok Sabha, it was passed in the Rajya Sabha, and it was ascended yesterday. So really we are happy. But why most of the women shared their joy with me? So I thought, instead of individually sharing, so all the powerhouse of women power of Telangana, let us all get united, and with overjoy we will shout, we are thankful and we will achieve. And this will give, we have to prepare ourselves. It is not that, okay, reservation is given. I always tell, I worked as a president and work as a governor, and I am not inferior to anybody. I work like a man, and I work more than a woman. And I am competent more than a man. So even we have reservation, as it is said, 33% may be the reservation, but we should work to get 50%. It is not that we cannot contest from other constituencies. Women can contest from other constituencies. Women can occupy more posts. Even now, the most of the CEOs and most of the leaders, they are emerging, because when women are given opportunity, even when I go to the universities, the gold medals, first 8 will come, the only girls will come. Then 2 male children will come. Then I used to tell, don't worry. Then one of the professor told, there will be a time. So we will fight for men reservation. When women are given reservation, then they will grab the opportunity. But we have some limitations. For example, our family life, our personal life, our personal likings, and when we compete with men. So when we are telling, no, till this time, the politics is dominated by manpower, muscle power. One person told, I told, from hereafter it will be decided by Mahila power also. So not only manpower, muscle power, but Mahila power also. So you add that also. So because most of the time we have seen that we were unable to, we were competent enough, but certain times when this reservation, I am not talking persons like me, because I am a fighter from the beginning. I wanted to come top in the politics. So when, unfortunately, for example, it's not politics I am talking, when I landed here as governor, this same state did not have any women ministers. After I came only, I sworn in as a governor in the morning, and I gave oath to 2 women ministers in the evening. So when I landed, this land was not without female ministers, women ministers. So when women governor landed, then fortunately we had 2 women ministers also. So I was very fortunate to provide oath, to administer oath to them. And my request is, we can happily, but that position, we have to be competent enough. We have to improve our qualification. We have to improve our work pattern. We have to improve our status, so that we become inevitable to occupy that post. So that is my request. Don't think that, no, I will come as a reserved person and I'm not qualified only through reservation. It's not that. This is an opportunity, that's all. But women can do anything, but so whatever may be, you sharpen yourself. You think that you have to move more forward. And my request is, women always become emotional. They cry and they become emotional, and immediately they stop working. Then they revert back. Then I have to pull them, oh, you have done so much. Don't do that. Always be brave. Whether you are respected nor respected, be brave. Whether your protocol is given or not given, you be brave. You do your work. Nothing will halt you. Okay, if you come and give me a flower, okay, I will receive it. If you are turning your back, okay, I will move more faster. Okay, if thorns are on my way, okay, I will pull it down and I will, okay. I always say, when stones are thrown on me, I will build my fort with that stones. If pins are pricking me, I will soak my pen in that blood and I will write my history. So nothing can halt me, nothing can prevent me. So be bolder. That is the message. Braver, at the same time concerned about the public. Whatever may be the post, whether it is Sarpanch or whether it is Panchayat President, whether it is an MLA, whether it is even a governor or president, whatever may be, the office is for the people. So concern about the people. Even whatever the criticism, they actually, if they criticize me also, I am much satisfied. I am doing everything for the people. Because our life, when we come for public life, we are for the people. So for betterment, if I could help one woman today, really I am satisfied. So that is for the people. She may be residing in your next house. So what's the help you can do? You not only when women come, they say, no, women become jealous and they won't encourage others. Don't do that. Encourage as many women as you can, so that you have more power and we can achieve greater results. I should say, because I became a doctor, and how I became a governor, politician, actually from my childhood, I had a passion seeing my father. But when I was, I have very little time because I have to fly Delhi for the same Mahila conference. When I was a house surgeon, I faced a very pathetic situation. One patient named Lata, she immolated herself, and she was pregnant, and through her pregnant abdomen, the fetus hand was protruded out, saying that somebody save me. That was a very, very pathetic picture when I had. Then I asked her, why did you do this? She told, my father, an ordinary farmer, and because of dowry problem, already 10 pounds are pending to be given to my mother-in-law's house. When I became the pregnant, my mother-in-law told, you should come with 10 pounds with chain, bangles, everything. After that only you have to come with the 10% pending pounds. When the term nearing, I was thinking about her words. My father is such a poor person. My marriage itself, he conducted in a very difficult way. So I thought, what could be the solution? So I don't want my father to suffer. So I burnt myself, she told. Then I told, what's your qualification? She told, I have studied 10th. I know little typing. I know tailoring. Then I told, you should have fought the situation. Even you should have taken typing. You could have had a center, or you would have made this tailoring as your profession. Not immediately going to your mother-in-law's house. You would have earned with pride, with your own earning. You should have, otherwise you would have fought with your mother-in-law. Otherwise, with your pride, why are you asking? I will earn later, because I have so much of confidence in me, because I know tailoring. You should have told. Only one word she told. If I would have met you, a person like you, I wouldn't have done this. So that only the first seed, I should be in the public life. And another incident, when I was the house surgeon, you know, the peripheral hospitals, there was no oxygen. When a neonatal child was admitted 35 years back, it's not now, 35 years back. Then the parents were peeping through the glass, thinking that the child is getting oxygen, but there was no oxygen. I was telling, sister, there is no oxygen. Then she told, no, I intended, I didn't get oxygen. Then I immediately went to the dean's room. Sir, I want to know that the neonatal ward is not having oxygen. Then the PA of the dean told, no, students and all should not come and shout like this. Then another person went and murmured in his ears, no, she is the opposition leader's daughter. So don't tell that, then she will make it as a big issue. Then immediately dean told, come, ma. Okay, listen, said, what do you want? Oxygen only? Okay, I will provide. Then immediately within 2 minutes, oxygen came. So I thought, if I want to do some good things also, we need power. So that only made me a politician. I would have very confidently, I was well qualified and had a very good practice, but in spite of that, I entered politics and I entered social life only for the people. And as a governor also, I am working only for the people. Whatever may be the criticism, whatever may be the humiliation, I don't bother. Because I am a person who is born to serve the public, and whatever may be the smallest, I'm not telling I'm a great person, but if I wipe the tear of one person, suffering person, it is a great thing I can do for this society. So that should be the mentality, and I'm really happy, and this reservation will motivate more women to enter politics. And because of the strong leadership, whatever may be the politics, they can say this was reservation was presented in the parliament, and for 27 years everyone was taking it forward. I'm not underestimating anybody. So only we thank whoever fought for it. But finally, it was possible because of the strong leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji. So I personally, from the bottom of my heart, because a person who toiled in politics only know how this reservation will help them. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed your presence. With all our efforts, definitely this reservation, as it is, it should be useful to the society. It should not be just a bill and some people who are all binamis coming into so-and-so's daughter, so-and-so's wife, and so-and-so's mother. It is not like that. Even though I am so-and-so's daughter, I did not take that card in my hand. As an ordinary Karyakarta, I was elevated. So that also I want to enforce you. So really I am very happy. So that from today, we will that somehow we will do some good things to the society. It is not only through politics, whatever may be the post we hold, and particularly when women are in politics. Bharatidasan is a great Tamil poet. He says, in my house, no sickness, no sadness, because my wife is ruling. Such, when women come to politics and if they start ruling, definitely there won't be any sickness, there won't be any poverty in the society. Bharatiyar says, Nimirnda nannadai nergonda parvai nilathil yarukkum anjada ஞானச்செருக்கு. What means? Stand straight, look straight, don't be covered, because it is your world. So, Nimirnda nannadai nergonda yarukkum anjada. Be brave. ஞானச்செருக்கு means be vidya garvam, that is, be proud. You are a woman. I always say I don't need a crown for my head, because my head is crown for me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma. వంట ఇల్లే ఖైదు కొట్టే పడకటిల్లే పంజరమై అందరికీ తల వంచి బ్రతికే అబల సబలగా మారినప్పుడే మారిపోతుందో అన్నారు. ఆ రోజు కోసం మనం అందరం కూడా ఎదురు చూస్తున్నాం. మన మీద పడే ప్రతి రాయిని మనం దుర్గంలాగా నిర్మించుకోగలగాలి. దానికోసం మీరందరూ ఫైట్ చేయండి. సమాజ సేవలో, ప్రజల సేవలో లీనమై ఉండండి. రేపటి రోజు మనదే అనే ఆశావాహ సందేశాన్ని అందించారు. ధన్యవాదాలు తెలియచేసుకుంటూ, మనం మిల్లెట్స్తో భోజనం ఉంది, లంచ్ ఏర్పాటు చేశారు. అలాగే ఇప్పుడు ఫోటో సెషన్ అడుగుతున్నారమ్మా. సార్ ఇక్కడ వేద్దామా, ఒక గ్రూప్ ఫోటో తీసేసుకుందామా ప్లీజ్. ఇక్కడే అందరు మరి అమ్మ, మీరు అందరు ఎవరు తొందరపడకండి, చక్క ఒక గ్రూప్ ఫోటో తీసుకుందాం. ఇక్కడ ఒక చైర్ పెట్టేసేసుకుంటే. అమ్మ మీరు అందరు లెగవకండి దయచేసి, అందరికీ ఫోటో ఉంటుంది. మన మెట్ల దగ్గర అమ్మ ఫస్ట్ మూడు రోజు వెళ్ళిపోండి అమ్మ. స్టెప్స్ దగ్గరికి వెళ్దాం పదండి.